What's the key to finding a rhythm?
Just continue to trust each other, trust the system, and make plays when it's time to make plays.
Season, you said you own the run game and you aren't getting the job done. How do you get back to last season's production?
But it's not about that. We're just focused on winning football games and doing whatever it takes to win.
And tonight, a huge NFC. How are you guys looking at it?
We kind of operate like that, but we understand how big of a game it is, and this week, so it's going to be a big game. We're excited for it.
Saquon, thanks. Have fun tonight.
Yes, thank you.
All right, well, in the same year, and they're the only two left from that hiring class, there's the story for each of them. Eagles, the division leader, comfortable. Big story tonight is the wind, the weather. It's 45. It feels like 36, but that open end of the pregame, Jake Bates, the option in the second half. Will Shipley, Xavier Gipson, 08. Back into the end zone, touchback. Eagles get it to 35. Here's their offense. It feels like hurt to the birds. Started their own 35. Dante Smith, who was blanketed by Amik Robertson, the corner for the Lions. The throw coming this season, add in the rushing touchdowns, and you get to that total in the bottom left, 21. That's tied for third. Two plays, two passes up. Play callers tonight, Chris. It's Kelvin Shepard on one side for the Lions.
And both true to form already. The Eagles came out with 6 offensive linemen on that first play. The Lions came out all coming into this one.
Lions missing defensive backs again tonight. We'll detail that in a little bit. Pass is caught for the first down. It's A.J. Brown, and it brings many of the Philly fans to their feet.
I would say everybody in Philadelphia needed that one. Maybe A.J. Brown more than it. Social media and phrases that he had about this football team, but you come out and catch the first one, pick up a first down.
Just kind of settle in. After the gain of 12, Hurts back to pass again. Hutchinson was held. Flag is deadline. Barkley knew he may have been stealing when he ran right to the official and passed the ball off. But as I said, the 10-yard will be a gain eventually of a... We'll kick it away.
And the one thing you'll notice about this Detroit Lions defense, yes, they're going to play some man coverage. You're going to stick on him, and you could tell that time. Jalen Hurts, even though he was able to hold the ball for probably 4 seconds.
Man to kick it. Khalif Raymond back deep. Again, catching punts will be an issue for the return men tonight. And doesn't get too far. Lost 1 on the return. Cal Adamitis, the long snap. 14 with Jared Goff as quarterback. Got some protection, throws it complete on the edge. Amon-Ra St. Brown to the 22.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, USC.
Khalif Raymond, Holy Cross. Brock Wright, Notre Dame.
Taylor Decker.
546 yards, 44 points against Washington last Sunday. They're second to the Colts. Gibbs on the edge. And he's got a first down across the 25-yard line. Jared Goff opens this one 2 for 2 this year. And just the 3 interceptions. That completion percentage stays very high on the road as throwing. Scanning here, it's deflected, intercepted. On the deflection, Cooper DeJean has it. At 12. DeJean finally gets a regular season INT, and the Eagles are in business.
They're getting blocked, and that ball's coming out quickly. They are going to get those mitts up in the air, times it just right. Those 2 guys inside are just key. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, 2 of the best.
DeJean's interception, his first in the regular season. Of course, he had the huge INT. Shotgun riding right next to Jalen Hurts. Came up from a safety spot. He's the man replacing the All-Pro Kirby Joseph.
I think if you... offense in the red zone has been very, very good, and we all know why. They've got tremendous players, but that Thomas Hardy, a little careful though.
The tight ends, not a clean hand to Barkley. They're only going to get a yard. As the line stop, 3rd and long coming up. Eagles can get a first down at the 1-yard line.
And so many times games are decided inside the 10-yard line, and now you've got 3rd down and 9 to get to the goal line.
Starts this one out wide. And will remain there, so it's 5 wide, empty back. And a field goal attempt coming from Philadelphia.
Rock, you see, attacks receivers off the line of scrimmage, and he was good enough on that one. So to have the ball in this game so far.
Talked about all the wind. Jake Elliott. Able to power it through, and Philadelphia takes advantage of the deflection and interceptor. You see them and the rest of the link in tonight's 4K Skycam coverage delivered by Walmart. Eagles franchise, a Boston kid who not only made good, he's made great. What a franchise this is. All this getting past the 20-yard line. So the Eagles, a couple of good special teams plays already. Cameron Latu, that one.
Jordan Davis, Mallard Creek High School.
Jalen Phillips, Redlands, California.
Zach Bond, Wisconsin.
Kobe D, Tennessee State. Andrew Mukuba, Texas.
Adoree Jackson, USC.
This crew coming off their best effort of the season in yards, and that time Zach Bond, the leader in that linebacking core, gets Jahmyr Gibbs and brings him.
When anytime they're seeing double teams on those guys, these linebackers are going to shoot through here and make plays just like they're going to shoot the gap and make plays.
Second and 11. Lions, of course, a key part of this passing game and blocking as a flag is down as Goff goes down and is
holding. Offense number 69. That penalty's declined. Third down.
To second.
Watch the little hesitation move and then blitz on top of it. It was Jalen Carter waiting for him.
So now the Lions is incomplete. Intended for St. Brown. And the Lions go 3.
Yeah, and we all know about Dan Campbell calling the plays a little tougher to Philadelphia, and you're feeling the difference already.
Yeah, Dan even said that. It was like a perfect storm last week of everybody in place and going up this one away. And with the bounce, it'll be a good one for Fox. There's a flag down. It's 55 on the kick. But let's check in with Alex Kemp on the flag.
During the kick on Philadelphia, timeout.
So effectively, it's 65 net yards, flipping the field. Here at Lincoln, this drive begins, and room to run for Barkley. On the edge, 15 to the 35-yard line.
Going to go big over here. They get the defense to shift and then get the hook block on the outside over there. They've gone big with 6 offensive linemen, and predominantly they've been throwing the ball. So see this, do something.
Play action, Hurts throws to the crossing tight end, got it right around the 40-yard line this season.
Yeah, he's had a huge year, and so is Jalen Hurts. I mean, let's face it, a guy 16 MVP of the Super Bowl a season ago, but for one fumble in the prior Super Bowl, he might have had 2 of them.
Second and 4, and an inside run for just about 3 yards. Be one short of yard season. As you heard with Melissa, it hasn't been the same. Under 4 yards a carry this year. Push territory for Philadelphia. But there's been an inside handoff, and it's stopped up. That's Trevor Nowosky off the edge as the Lions in the middle stopped on 3rd and 1, and they'll send the punt unit out.
Here's the key play right here. Held his ground in there against Landon Dickerson, who's one of the more powerful guards in the league. That
looks like the building's in shock. It was 3rd and 1. The Eagles didn't pick it up. They got knocked back a yard. So Braden Mann kick. Really good on Spetch. The backup corner Ringo shuts it down to the long field for Goff and the Lions. And to Jameson Williams, uses his speed on the edge, turns it up. Williams hit by Mukuba plays last week.
Yeah, it really was. And Jameson Williams is a guy that they can field for a period of time last week, and he really took over so much of that. You think of Amon-Ra St. Brown being in the
side, power of the backs. It's that first down to the 27-yard line. It's not easy to take over as a play call. Here for the Eagles, Lane Johnson, their outstanding right tackle, walking very gingerly to the Philadelphia locker room.
A week ago and came back in that game, but apparently it has flared up once again.
To Montgomery out of the backfield, and he's running around the marker near the first down. At the 37-yard line, he came back to replace Ben Johnson, who went to the Bears as the offensive coordinator. Still very much involved in the...
Peyton He goes, I was the primary guy. Now I'm the assistant helping my head coach. No big deal.
Pocket collapses. Goff fires. It's caught. It's Williams turning upfield, and Jameson Williams with a first.
So they're going to try and get underneath, and then you wrap around it here because that's the reason they want to stay with the run game and the play action. You can get the plays just like that.
All right. And the gain of a yard. Somehow nobody went with Jared Goff as the option to the left as he was lined up.
It doesn't happen to be one of them. We have the other part of this is, no Sam Laporta. And so I think some, but not a lot. But now with no Laporta, I think they're trying to experiment and see what else they can do with this offense.
2nd and 8. Pressure with Bond. Goff off the spot, throws incomplete. It was a little bit of a giveaway that he was doing it because he had the glasses on for the first time the Washington game. I said, who gave you the most grief about the glass? What do you want me to do? He said, I've got great eyesight. I can see the year on a quarter from a mile away. There. Montgomery. He's only going to get a yard or two as Jalix Hunt and the big Jalen Carter.
This is one of those, it's not a long field goal night probably tonight, but the way the wind is.
It's down there. Second round pick, the right guard out of Georgia. Went down.
Brown, always your first look going in motion now when you're talking about these situations up against.
And nothing. And so they will punt it, try to get the free 5 to get to 4th and 1. They do not. And Jack Fox will try to. Xavier Gibson's with a couple of teams this year. Now Philadelphia's primary returner. You doing those warm-ups, you get an idea of how far you can hit it from, but you also get an idea of how reliable it is, how much of a gamble it is. They choose not to go for the 58-yarder with Bates. Try to get Fox to pin the Eagles in deep. Gibson 18 yards. This week he made some comments that made for even more conversation in Philadelphia.
It's not just solely that we're really focusing on winning and doing our job. Like, we can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over the defense. Say we're so great.
As a receiver, I'm curious how you hear those comments that he made Wednesday after start me, right? That he's just not been as productive as he once was. Barkley to the left, chased by Hutchinson. One.
Yeah,
what do you hear when you see that?
I've never heard a wide receiver ever complain about not getting the ball before, but about the trade deadline, and there's just no reason to do anything but when you're in a public set, constantly coming up again and again, it becomes a distraction to the team, the quarterback, and the head coach.
Who is stopped for a loss of a couple is Lane Johnson, the right tackle, is out. Fred Johnson in there for Philadelphia. We get towards the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, so far this has really become just a defensive battle is all it is. Not nearly that kind of scoring in this one. I think the win's still a major factor trying to get these offenses in the passing game going.
Number 1, it's Eagles 3, Lions nothing. Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.